The Abbot of Kells demands a wall surround the village, fearful of the wider world and the dangers it possesses, but his nephew Brendan is curious, more so when the arrival of brother Aidan, a monk seeking refuge due to his survival of the onslaught led by Northmen on the island of Iona, brings with him a book which will inspire generations to seek fuller light beyond the darkness. Tasking Brendan with searching for berries in the forest, Brendan befriends a forest spirit, Aisling, and in his growing inquisitiveness regarding the wider world, his interest in the forest beyond the village walls becomes the basis of quiet resistance from his uncle's intimidating protection. This is Tomm Moore's and Nora Toomey's The Secret of Kells, a fantasy retelling of the creation of the 9th century illuminated manuscript The Book of Kells. This film serves as an introduction to Cartoon Saloon, the production company's feature-length debut, and an incredible splash onto the landscape of international animation. Lovingly infused with Celtic folklore, an admiration for graphic novel styles such as creative panelling, and sumptuous animation telling a simple story beautifully, The Secret of Kells is a reassuring tale about how all the best things in life are worth taking the risk for, reinforced by an optimistic outlook that light inevitably follows life's patches of darkness. The Secret of Kells establishes with a bewitching power the house aesthetic of Cartoon Saloon, where each illustration is detailed with earthy texture and kinetic energy, where the worlds of forests are not simply lived in, but are alive with vibrant personality. It's abundantly clear that there is great consideration into the design, presentation, and movement of life within the world of The Secret of Kells, where each frame has been meticulously organised to present significant events within the foreground and the background. It's no exaggeration to call this film, or any film that Cartoon Saloon produces, pure eye candy. An aesthetic so tantalising and immersive that there's no doubt that many viewers would love to live within the world of their films. The Secret of Kells is an earnest tale encouraging viewers to take risks, to push ourselves beyond our comfort zones, to achieve a significant purpose. This is a film which understands the challenges of that by presenting them through Brendan's perspective, a young boy who is intimidated by his uncle's authority, a man who is severe in personality, but is trying to protect others in the only way he knows how, fearful of the world himself. Brendan is anxious about failure and about incoming darkness promised by his uncle's worries of the outer world. However, Brendan remains curious enough to discover for himself that to achieve what he wishes, to finish Brother Aidan's job in completing the Book of Iona, eventually becoming the Book of Kells, to make friends beyond the walls of Kells, and to discover the possibilities that life has in store for him. First, Brendan needs to take risks. Not necessarily to be irresponsible, or to put his life or other lives in danger, but to act in a way that pushes him beyond his comfort zone, beyond the authority of his uncle within the walls of Kells. This is an encouraging, relatable message that families watching the film, children of all ages, young and old, can likely find inspiration in. Sometimes we become too comfortable in the status quo, and that self-restriction can limit our abilities to fulfill our truest potential. For as frightening the prospect of failure and uncertainty might be, it's better to have at least tried to achieve than to not try at all. The forest spirit Aisling alludes to seeing the darkness that will soon fall on Kells, but she's also aware of the light that will dissolve it. The Book of Kells within the film is a form of light amidst the darkness. In the aftermath of the violence shed by the Northmen, Brendan's following years completes the Book of Kells, with the intention of sharing it with all who are interested, aiming to inspire people for generations to come. With the wake of devastation that befalls Kells within the film, emblematic of darkness, accompanied by heavy clouds and a restraint on vibrant colour, the arrival of light to disrupt the brutality comes in the figurative and literal form of Brendan's return to Kells, where his uncle still lives believing Brendan to have died in the attack. The arrival of the Book of Kells, the illuminated text which brings inspiration to all who need it, and the eventual parting of the dark clouds to imply that better days will come. This final gesture of the light that comes after darkness is an earnest reminder to all viewers, no matter their age, that we may experience difficult, challenging times in our lives, but that hope is an essential component to life, that even the bad things must inevitably end. In conclusion, The Secret of Kells is a lively, endearing portrayal of the benefits behind escaping our comfort zones, told through resplendent, awe-inspiring visuals that lovingly immerses us within the natural world and Irish folklore. full of tender-hearted adventure, imbued with inspirational concepts of endurance through the tough days for the warmth of lighter times. The Secret of Kells is a great comfort watch for families curious to dive into the world of animation beyond the mainstream. A special thank you to my incredible tier Patreon supporter Gil, and to my super tier Patreon supporters Constantine Bombelli, Jamie, Milkway, and Anthony Orr.